two plants together because I have a feeling it's going to create a very tasty, delectable smoke that might outsell tobacco one day. And so he got these seeds, he planted them in the springtime, and he grew them all summer long, shaking the pollen from one to the other.
Yeah.
And he did come up with an interesting strain, but the only problem was it had too many seeds. And also it had these little orange worms crawling on it, and it wasn't much for smoking by the end of the season. It was a little bit harsh.
Yeah, and they popped when you smoked them. It was really off-putting.
Yeah, so after that, he'd gotten his hands dirty a little bit and learned a couple things about growing, and that's when the Reverend decided maybe it was time that he go study with the master, Uncle Nearest. What do you think about that?
I think Uncle Nearest had his hands in a lot of different things. As a boy, Gathan McQueen as a child, as a young man, developed so many interests in so many areas that it kind of made him a bit troublesome at times. But what I will say is that after he grew his first little batch of the hemp flowers, nothing really, they came, it was okay. He did all right. He did just well enough for the Reverend to teach him the next steps of the distilling, mashing, and filtering parts of... What? Did you just go south? What the fuck? You went too far south. He was teaching him the Lincoln County process.
Oh.
Which had actually been descended from African traditions of charcoal filtering water. That Mr. Charlie Mr. Charlie kind of borrowed.
To purify like some mud water?
Yes. So they could sprinkle it on themselves and drinkle it on themselves. Sprinkle and drinkle. And then after you drinkle, you sprinkle again later.
Oh.
Hello. And that's called Circle of Life. But you know how it is, because every man in the South is an Uncle something or other. Some of them are little Uncle Touchies, but Touchy McCuckle. Because the South does have a pretty strong Irish roots to it.
Yes.
The American South. Yes, Celtic. It's got a very Celtic base to it.
And some English as well, for sure.
Aye, laddie, 'tis true. That's why I'm playing these Irish rebel songs.
Well, let's not forget the natives of the land either.
Who's that?
The natives of the land.
Huh? Them?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Should I bust out the guitar? You know how this goes. Oh boy. This is a wild one. So maybe
we'll get back to the fire water once we got some brewed. Let's get on with the
Yeah, let's sprinkle that about. It's not to be willy-nilly. All right, god damn it. So McQueen, he didn't prove himself to be like the most golden of farmers and harvesters in the world. However, what he did have was an explicit understanding of the filtering process in the distillation of the whiskey.
Which he learned from Uncle Queers, right?
Oh, he is Uncle Queers. He learned it from learned it from Reverend Balls. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Listen,
My
pal.
my history and names are getting confused.
Listen, pal. I'm gonna need you to stick with the program here. Anyway, Rebel songs continuing. Oh, don't you feel so much more Irish right now?
I think St. Patrick's Day is next week.
Holy Christ, already? Awesome. Oh, fuck. Reverend Balls, goddammit. Reverend Balls.
Well, aside from all this, before we get too deep into this whole Tennessee whiskey thing,
Uh-huh.
we all know that whiskey is Irish, right?
Aye.
Yeah, so let's not give all the credit to just one person here now.
Listen to me. All the credit will go to this one person. He is the one who created the whiskey.
Okay.
Listen, Reverend Balls. Back to Balls Farm. Yeah, we are acknowledging the Irishness of this in several ways, including the fact that this current episode is being soundtracked by nothing but Irish folk music so far. Hey! Fly the green, Emerald Isle. Slancha. What's the fucking motto?
What, Uncle Queer's fucking,
No, not Uncle Queerest. Ireland's motto.
oh, what is their motto?
The 3 words you always hear, Eringebra. Eringebra. Eringebra.
Yeah, that.
Truly. Anyway.
It must be Celtic or something.
Something like that. But yes, we fully acknowledge the Irish roots and nature and of the whiskey. The whiskey. I need a nip of the whiskey. Just steady me hand. Steady me hand and me heart. And make me fart.
And make me keep digging potatoes.
May the winds rise to meet your feet. And the brown winds fly out your arse. Okay.
And the brown water down your gullet.
Oh. Meow. The brown waters be down your gullet. And then you're gonna poop a shallot. I don't know what the shallot... Like a shallot in the cooking, in the sliced shallot. You'll shit a shallot.
Now, is a shallot an onion or a garlic?
Oh, that is a good question. Is it not a cousin to the both of them? I don't know. Maybe two cousins.
Like the Irishman.
Maybe two cousins got together. Hey, and they had a shallot.
A Scot or an Englishman?
Yes. Oh, darty. Dirty bastards they be. Aye, all dogs. Go to heaven, don't you know? Listen. Dial in this goddamn... shallot in your gullet. And dial it back to the Balls Farm, would ye?
Alright, curling smoke on the hillside.
Curling smoke above the charcoal filtered distilleries. Lured in the young Nathan Gathan. Nathan Gathan was what his friends called him. His name was Gathan McQueen, but his friends called him Nathan Gathan. I don't know why, other than it is annoying. Anyway, so Gathan McQueen was entranced by the process. Because really, you figure dial it back to like the 1860s in Tennessee. What was the biggest fucking thrill anybody knew? What, jamming on the porch with some fucking banjos and shit? I don't know, in a wash.
Fucking your sister?
Oh, hi, wow, yes. A thrill a minute below the Mason-Dixon line, don't you know? Although, it's reputed that the one state of the union with the highest rate of incest is Indiana. So it seems like the...
Well, the tip of it is down
Oh, just the tip. Oh, always. See how it starts?
Illinois' tip is kind of Poking its way
dipping
down into the
dipping it,
south.
yeah, dipping it, insinuating itself where it may not
Just the tip.
mutual, what do they call it, consent. Just the tip.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chicago is the big dirty ball stacked up above.
Oh yeah, inverted, so the nuts are up above it.
Trying to inject itself into the south.
Oh, nasty bastards. Blue Bayou.
Trying to pervert the hill people, their wicked ways.
It's because they're Dems. Oh, come on, man. Let's keep this apolitical around here.
Dems nuts.
Oh, Dems nuts. Not D's nuts, but Dems nuts. I like it.
Deffer Dems.
Oof. All right, people. All right.
Anyways.
Politics, fuck it.
Back to the distillery.
The distillery of the shullery and putting the gullery in your shullery.
Laddie went up there and was hanging out. Uncle Queerus took him under his wing and showed him the ways of making the brown water.
Yes. Now, here's something important. Gaithan McQueen had been a slave to Richard Harold Balls, or like indentured, you know. And after the Civil War and all that fucking free labor shit went away, he stayed on the Reverend Ball's property. He stayed there. I mean, I imagine a lot of slaves or former slaves, I guess, at that time, probably did something similar, as long as a decent deal could be worked out between the property owner and and what would immediately become sharecroppers or indentured servants, basically. But yeah, it was the life they had built. You know what I'm saying? Where the hell are they gonna go? What are you gonna all of a sudden fucking pop up north where you don't know anybody and they'll be automatically fucking prejudiced against you for your southern drawl and shit? All the stuff that would happen, you know. So he said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, especially back then. I mean, it's not like you catch a Greyhound bus up there in like a day.
Yeah, and just hop on up. Hey, I think I'm just gonna head north. Like, motherfucker, what? You're gonna travel? Okay.
You're gonna take like the fucking wagon train and shit.
Yeah, and good luck when you get to the fucking Mississippi. You better have a goddamn canoe handy. Fuck. Anyway. But yeah, so it is what it is, brother. It is.
Yeah, so he stayed on the farm and
yeah, and that's when he really
kept getting paid for his fine work and services, and was appreciated and compensated.
Yes.
So they say.
And that's when they really got down to the business of refining that whiskey and getting it down to it, you know, honing that shit to an art, a craft, like making a craft out of it. You know, after all that, you know, master and servant tensions were kind of abated, they could get down like as partners and shit. So this, you know, Gaithan, you know, for his dark complexion, you know, was an early pioneer making inroads into the business world in America, anyway.
Man, his young apprentice, you know, had a keen eye and was learning the process himself.
Yeah, really fast, quick study. You know, really had a deep understanding and retention of the knowledge that it took. But yes, so between the two of them as partners, they ended up refining and finalizing the Lincoln County process of whiskey distillation up in them hills above Lynchburg.
It turns out as he got the young man got a little older,
he got a little bolder.
The means to actually buy it. Yeah, he got to buy the distillery from the Reverend, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Reverend knew this was the man to handle it. You know? Obviously, he was an older man already, but when they had started, he was already,